Hello everyone and welcome to the MajorTim.space 2023 to 2024 Young Ambassador Programme Award Ceremony. We're absolutely delighted to have you here with us today. So I'm going to start off by first introducing our sensational judges. Unfortunately, our wonderful patron Herb Baker was unable to join us today in person, but he has sent a special announcement video for the winner of one of the categories, which we'll find out a little bit later. So I'm going to start off by introducing our first STEMtastic judge, Sue Nelson. She's an author and broadcaster, and Sue will introduce herself a little bit further now.
Yes, hello everyone. I've been reporting on space missions for the BBC, for the European Space Agency, and I make a lot of documentaries, especially radio documentaries, all about space. So that means I'm lucky enough to go to places like NASA, as well as ESA, and work with the UK Space Agency here. So, and interview astronauts and space scientists and engineers and lots of people who are involved in getting space flight, whether it's satellites or human beings, into orbit or beyond, as well as being a writer as well about all things space for BBC Future and on books as well. And I'm really looking forward to working with the ambassadors over the next year.
Thank you very much, Sue, and we're delighted to have you here. And next up, we've got our mathematician and computer expert, Steve Sherman, who is the CEO of Living Maths, a non-profit organisation. I'll bring Steve in so he can introduce himself a little bit further.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for that very kind introduction. Sue, I know we're going to have lots to chat about, so I'm looking forward to connecting with you. For those of you who don't know, I'm just in it for the buffet. So, Amelia, I hope that there is a buffet available. No buffet? Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I'm at the wrong venue. But for those of you who don't know, I run a STEAM-based NGO here in Cape Town, South Africa. Like Sue, I also have the privilege of connecting with astronauts and scientists. We look at all things space and science and mathematics. We get the privilege of hosting some of these incredible people here in Cape Town, South Africa. So in the earlier part of this year, we had Arthur Benjamin, the mathematician. We've also just hosted Janet Ivey from Janet's Planet, and also the president of Explore Mars. And then, of course, in May, we're going to be hosting Nicole Stott, and she is a 2 times former NASA astronaut. So we've got lots of exciting things coming up, and hopefully we'll get to interact with the ambassadors throughout this year.
You certainly will, Steve. You're a firm favourite with all the ambassadors. So talking of the ambassadors, let's introduce the 2022 to 2023 recruit, who are our outgoing ambassadors. They've been absolutely amazing, and we can't wait to introduce them to you for one more time as a group. So let's start off by, let's first start off by introducing our Young Ambassador Programme mentor. So Emily will be the mentor again for the next term. She is our Young Ambassador Programme mentor. So Emily started in 2021 as the 13 to 14 ambassador, and last year we elected her as a mentor, and here she is today.
Hello.
Hi, Emily. So next up, let's introduce our STEM for Him Young Ambassador, Thomas Nyman.
Hi.
Hello, Tom. And let's next introduce our STEM for Her Ambassador, Eva Raghavendra.
Hi.
Great to have you with us today, Eva. Next up, the 10 to 12 Young Ambassador, Kieran Ongley. Hello, Kieran. And then we have next up our 7 to 9 Young Ambassador, Florence Dorick.
Hi. Hi.
And last but not least, we have our 2022 to 2023 Achievement Young Ambassador, Mayo Ali Faraz.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Mayo. So the award ceremony is going to start off with our award ceremony part for the current Young Ambassadors. So we're going to celebrate our current Young Ambassadors and have a virtual award ceremony for them. So I'm going to start sharing my screen with you now. So everyone should see the screen. And we'll first move on to the first slide, which shows us our wonderful judges. So like I said, Herb Baker, our patron, one of our patrons, wasn't able to be with us today. But like I said, he will be joining us later with a special announcement for one of the categories. And then, of course, we have Sue and Steve who are with us today. So first up, we want to celebrate our 2022 to 2023 Young Ambassadors. And here are their special trophies for being such wonderful ambassadors for us this year. Here we go. Sorry about that. Small technical hitch. So here we are. There's the 2022 to 2023 Young Ambassador Award trophies. So congratulations to our current recruit. They've been amazing. They're full of so many ideas. They're so inquisitive and curious. And we're extremely proud of every single one of them. So next up, we're going to move on to announce the MajorTim.space Young Ambassador 2023 to 2024 Achievement category. Now, the achievement category is for young ambassadors. It's for the current young ambassadors. So each young ambassador is considered for the achievement category. And I have to say, it's a very hard decision every year to have to choose just one of our ambassadors. But unfortunately, we can only pick one. So we're going to announce the 2023 to 2024 Achievement Category Ambassador with the help of our current Achievement Ambassador, Mayo Ali Faraz, who was our ambassador last year for the 7-9 category. So without further ado, the 2023 to 2024 Achievement Category Ambassador is Kieran Ongley. Well done, Kieran. Congratulations. Let me just try and remove this for a moment so we can be Kieran. Here we are, Kieran. So you're right here now at the top, Kieran, for us. How are you feeling? Ooh. Kieran, how are you feeling? I don't think we can hear Kieran at the moment. Let's tell you what, let's go for Mayo. Mayo, do you want to give Kieran some words of advice? Your words of wisdom, as we call them.
Don't not show up to the meetings because you need to stay up to date. Enjoy yourself. Be grateful that you're staying on another year. I nearly peed myself when I was announced the Achievement Ambassador. So yeah.
Well done, Kieran. Congratulations. Like I said, it's always a hard decision to just choose one of our wonderful ambassadors. And you should all, like I said, be very proud of yourselves for what you've achieved. So next slide, we have a special announcement. Okay, so nobody knows about this. This has been a complete secret up until now. And for this special announcement, I'm going to introduce a very special guest. Let me remove the slide here. So I'm going to introduce our very special guest who is going to make this extremely suspenseful announcement. I can tell everyone's in suspense to find out what it is. So without further ado, let's introduce Poppy Northcutt. She was the first female engineer at NASA. And here she is. Hello, Poppy.
Yay! Wow.
Hello. And I want to give a special shout out to Sue. I was surprised to see her, but it's our last in London.
Yeah, how lovely.
Yeah. Yes, I was the first woman to work in NASA's Mission Control Center in an operational role way back in the Apollo program. I worked on Apollo 8, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And the work that I did was used in all of the Apollo missions. My job was to help bring the astronauts back to the Earth safely from the moon. And fortunately, we even managed to do that after an explosion in space on Apollo 13. I'm very excited to be here. MajorTim.space has selected an honorary young ambassador who has the opportunity to continue working in the program and holding their position until age 14. The winner is Florence Dalrick, age 10. Florence interviewed me several months ago and already is on her way to being a great communicator about space. And so I'm very happy, and congratulations, Florence. Very well done.
Well done, Florence. So, Florence, tell us how you're feeling. It must be quite a shock for you.
Yeah, it did. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually staying on until I'm 14. But thank you so much. And yeah, this year has been wonderful, and I hope that all of the years are like this.
Thank you very much, Florence, for those wonderful words. And how does it feel to see Poppy again, who you've described as your STEM hero?
Yes, it is wonderful to see you again, Poppy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Poppy, for coming and announcing this wonderful news. And well done to Florence. I'm just going to go back to our slide for a moment. There you go. Hopefully everyone can see those again, because we do actually have another special announcement. Now, unfortunately, this special guest couldn't join us in person, but she is joining us with a special video. So let's watch the video and find out what this announcement could be.
Hello, my name's Ruth. I'm an inventor and I am one half of Kids Invent Stuff. And I really wanted to be with you in person today, but unfortunately, I just couldn't make it work. I'm in the middle of build chaos. But I did want to make a very special announcement. And it is such an honour to make this announcement because I've been interviewed by this person. So in 2021, this person was the 7 to 9-year-old young ambassador. And then in 2022, they were an achievement young ambassador. And it is such an honour to be able to announce that Miles is a MajorTim.space honorary young ambassador. So yeah, congratulations, Miles. I'm hoping at some point we actually get to meet in person, but I just want to say, well done.
Thank you very much to Ruth for that wonderful announcement. And we're sorry you couldn't join us in person, but congratulations to Mayo. I don't think I've ever seen anyone with such a big smile on their face before. So he's given us a bigger one. Go on, Mayo. Do you want to tell us how you're feeling?
Ah,
You're speechless. You can speak to us, Mayo. He doesn't know what to say. He can't get the words out.
Nice.
And again, we're so glad that Ruth was pleased to do a video for you, Mayo, because again, we know that she is your STEM hero. So well done, Mayo, and well done, Florence and Kieran, and well done to all of our 2022 to 2023 young ambassadors. It's so hard to not be able to keep every single one of our ambassadors on, and it does leave the judges and everybody with a very hard decision. So congratulations to you three and to you all. Now, we're going to move on now to the actual categories. So after that wonderful celebration of our 2022 to 2023 young ambassadors, all that's left is to give them a big round of applause. So well done to everyone. So let's go back to the slides and we will start off with, first of all, an overview of the categories. So, as you can see, there have been a couple of changes since last year's programme. Obviously, we still have our 7 to 9 category, but the 10 to 11 and 12 to 14 have been changed. So now they, instead of being 10 to 12 and 13 to 14, they are now 10 to 11 and 12 to 14. We still have our STEM for her and STEM for him, which obviously are judged on all entries, which are for the relevant categories. But we have a brand new category called STEM Explorer. So this is the STEM Explorer ambassador. And this will be judged out of all the entries. So every entry that comes in has been judged for STEM Explorer. So first of all, we're going to go on to announce the 7 to 9 category ambassador. So I'll hand over to Steve for this part. Our wonderful judge Steve, I'll hand over to him to announce the 7 to 9 winner. So I just I'm just going
So
to
I
remove
get
all
the
our
privilege of
ambassadors from the
reading the
studio.
name off the screen. Let's have a look to see who the incumbent is going to be.
So
And
I'm
you
just
might
gonna,
have to help me a little bit, Amelia, by pushing the next button.
well, I'm going to leave Florence in the studio because Florence is our current ambassador and she's going to help welcome the next ambassador. So here we are. Next slide.
And it's Elodie. I must just tell you that congratulations, Elodie. Let me just say that I did review all the videos that were submitted, and they were all of an exceptionally high quality. The contestants made it really, really difficult for the judges to choose. And I can tell you now that every single one of the contestants that or participants that applied were of an outstanding quality. And I think maybe Elodie just picked them at the post in the final judging, but an outstanding achievement nevertheless. So congratulations, Elodie.
Congratulations to Elodie. And we're just going to, well, hopefully Elodie should be joining us in any moment now. Ooh, here we go. We should have Elodie joining us.
She's a very passionate young woman. She knows exactly what she's talking about when it comes to science.
And while we wait, Florence will be busy preparing her words of wisdom.
I will.
So, like I said, hopefully Elodie should be joining us. Let me. Here we are. We've got Elodie joining us. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just going to add her into the stream. She's waving in the background here.
I'm
Waving like anything. There she is.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Elodie. Over to you, Steve. If you want to share any words with...
I just wanted to say that I watched Elodie's video a couple of times, and this is a young lady that is definitely very keen on science. And you know how you know when someone's very keen on science? And if you ever watch a video, you will see some people read a script and will tell you how dedicated they are to science and how much they love it. Elodie was just going on about all the things that she liked and the categories, and it was all just so natural. So I do believe that Elodie is the correct person to have been chosen.
Well done, Elodie. And just a quick reminder to all our entrants, make sure you stay until the end because we will be announcing the STEM for Her and STEM for Him categories. And again, they are judged from all the entries, all the relevant entries, and obviously the STEM Explorer as well. So well done to Elodie. Florence, do you want to pass on your words of wisdom?
Yes, I would. So basically, my advice is, and words of wisdom is, even when you don't want to do the meetings, when you get on, you'll want it to be twice as long, even though you don't want it to be twice as long because that would be too long.
Wise words.
Because Amelia's a really nice person and you get to meet lots of cool people, and in general, it's just an awesome thing. So, yeah.
Thank you, Florence, for your words of wisdom and very kind words. So thank you very much, Florence. So Elodie, we'll look forward to welcoming you to your very first meeting.
Thank you very much. It's like probably the best feeling in my life.
Great.
It's great to have you, Elodie, and thank you again for coming. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. So, well done to Elodie. Next up, we've got the 10 to 11 category. So, I'm going to remove Florence. We'll see Florence at the end again. So, bye, Florence. And I'm going to welcome back in Kieran Andre. Hello, Kieran. So, back to the slides. Next up is the 10 to 11 category. So I'm going to be announcing the 10 to 11 category. So let's move to the next slide and find out who will be the 2023 to 2024 10 to 11 category winner. And the winner is Holly Gabitas, age 11. Well done, Holly. So I'll just come back to the studio and hopefully Holly will be joining us very shortly. And while she is, Kieran will be preparing his words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Let's just wait for Holly to join and then we can move on with it. So Kieran, while we wait, do you want to tell us your favourite thing about being an ambassador, being the 10 to 12 ambassador this year?
It's hard. That is really, really hard. Some of the interviews I done, I quite enjoyed the Mars one. That was really fun. Although Steve's like AI session was quite fun and quite good. I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, that's really hard. I don't think I actually have a set one. I think I have a lot of top ones. None of them was bad. But if I had to pick, I think I'd have a lot of top ones that were like super, super amazing. And then some that weren't two supers. It was one super. They were still super amazing.
And do you have a favourite interview, Kieran?
I think it might have to be that first one I done with the Mars one.
Hello.
I can see we've got Holly with us now. I was a bit concerned not quite Holly coming in. I thought perhaps she was having trouble, but she's here now. So welcome, Holly.
Hello.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about how you're feeling? What's going through your head right now, Holly?
I'm very excited. I didn't know this would happen, so very excited.
And Kieran is now going to pass along his words of wisdom to you. Go on, Kieran, Let's hear your wisdom.
I think it's just to stay calm, really. I was quite nervous at first, but then everybody welcomed me in really nicely. Everybody was really nice. All the interviews I done was amazing. All the general meetings was really, really fun. So yeah, it's quite amazing. Ask the best way to get like the most out of your year as an ambassador is to ask a lot of questions, because you'll learn stuff that you didn't actually know, and it's really interesting to see the other person's opinion and point of view on it.
So well done, Holly. Like I said, we're delighted as well to welcome you to the first meeting. So congratulations. So we'll see Holly soon. So now we're going to move on to the 12 to 14 category. I'm hoping that Emily is going to return. Hopefully we'll have Emily, our mentor, joining us again. Here she is. Hello, Emily.
Hello.
So Emily is going to be announcing the 12 to 14 winner. So let's first of all just try and get onto the slides again. Apologies for the delay, just a few technical hitches. Okay, so the 12 to 14 category. Over to you, Emily.
the 12 to 40, the winner of the 12 to 14 category will be Thomas Joshua George, age 12.
Congratulations to Thomas. We'll just wait for Thomas to join us. Let's just we'll wait for Thomas to join us, and then Emily, you were the 12 to 14. Well, you were the 13 to 14 ambassador for the very first year of the ambassador program. So I'm sure you've probably got plenty of words of wisdom to pass along to Thomas when he comes in. So Emily has done many interviews with the program now, also as the mentor. Would you like to tell us what your favourite interview's been?
I think the favourite interviews that I've done was with you, Sue Nelson. I really enjoyed speaking with you, and also with the Goats Trust. My advice for doing interviews is actually it's okay to be nervous in the first few times, but you can still give it a go and you'll still enjoy it and work past that nervousness. So don't let that be a wall that stops you from doing things.
So we're just trying to get Thomas into the meeting with a couple of technical glitches, but he should be coming in. Let's wait for him to arrive and then move on. Emily has interviewed several people, whether that be Sue Nelson. She's also interviewed Brenda Longman from the Sooty Show. So you can see Emily's interviewed a wide and diverse range of speakers.
It's been really, really fun. You'll have a great time doing it.
I'm just hoping Thomas will be able to join us. Just a moment. Let's just a couple of moments there. And Sue, perhaps while we're waiting for Thomas, would you like to explain a little bit about how you would manage? Because I know a couple of the new ambassadors have said they're nervous, and we've in the past, and we've tend to have quite a few nervous on their first meeting. Could you perhaps explain a little bit about how you manage your nerves when you're doing public speaking?
Yes, I mean, I've always been nervous. But the good thing is that no one can ever know if you actually, you might have heard the expression fake it to make it. And so what I basically do is I get all the nerves beforehand, and I've been nervous. I must have done hundreds of live broadcasts on television to millions of people. And I've done this for a long time, and yet I still get nervous before every single live broadcast or podcast. And what I tend to do is, first of all, I will take deep breaths and to calm myself down, because sometimes I'll get so nervous that I will start speaking faster and will start going, oh, I haven't learned enough. Oh, I won't remember it. Oh, and I sort of have a panic and my stomach will go, grrr. So I will actually go to the loo, look in the mirror and just go, and it sounds silly, but it works. I actually start talking to myself and I say, you can do it. You've done it before and it was okay. You've done it before. That was not a problem, and you can do it again. And just by reminding yourself that you can do this, it's not going to be as bad. And once you've done it, you can tell yourself, I've done it now. The world didn't end. It wasn't a disaster. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect. That's the other thing I've learned. It doesn't matter if you fluff or sometimes get it wrong. You just keep going. And it's never as bad as you feel afterwards. And most of the time, if you go in there, and the other thing I do beforehand is often think of someone I really like and know. And it relaxes your face, because if you think of somebody nice, you start to sort of smile a bit and think, oh, that's nice. And that relaxation helps. And then you can started. And once you've started, you'll then find it'll be really easy. So all of those little techniques, the breathing, talking to yourself will definitely help.
Thank you very much, Sue, for those very wise words. I can notice we've got Thomas joining us now. So welcome, Thomas.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Excited, I guess.
He's speechless, another one who's speechless. And Emily, do you want to pass across a few words of wisdom to Thomas?
Is that it's basically what Sue Nelson said. It's okay to be nervous, and you can still, like, even though you will be nervous, you can just accept that and move forward with it, because you'll never really eliminate it. So you've just got to accept it, I guess. But you'll still have fun anyway, even if you are nervous.
Well done, Thomas, and we'll look forward to welcoming you to your first meeting. And I'm sure you'll enjoy your interviews. So congratulations.
I'm sure I will. Thank you.
Okay, well, next up, if I go back to the slides, we have the STEM for Her category. So I will hand over to Sue Nelson to announce the STEM for Her winner, unable to join us today, but he has made a special video announcement. So let's welcome Herb via video.
Hello everyone, I'm Herb Baker and I am one of the patrons for MajorTim.space and one of the judges for today's event. My job was to select the new STEM for Him ambassador. I'm sorry I can't be with you all in person, but I had a conflict today that I couldn't reschedule. So this is always an exciting day, choosing our new MajorTim ambassadors, and as always we've got a lot of good entries. But my choice for the STEM for Him ambassador is Harvey Ho. Harvey already has some experience as a science ambassador and STEM lead in his primary school, and he's continued going to STEM, science, and astronomy clubs in senior school. He also does 5-minute tutor time science events with classmates to answer questions about science. And so I think Harvey will be a nice addition to our group, and I look forward to meeting with him and all of the other new ambassadors that are selected today over the coming year. So congratulations, Harvey. But before I go, I want to say how much I've enjoyed spending time with the current group of ambassadors over the past year. You all have had some wonderful experiences, and I want to thank you all for being such great ambassadors for MajorTim.space. Thank you.
And thank you very much to Herb for the announcement. So again, congratulations to Harvey. And I'll just return to see if Harvey has managed to join us. So let's just wait for Harvey to join us. And Tom, while you're waiting, do you want to tell us what's your favourite interview been?
My favourite interview has probably been with Mike Malone, but I've enjoyed all the interviews I've done. God bless you.
Well done to Harvey. We're just waiting for him to join us, for Tom to share his words of wisdom. And let's just wait on his arrival. And Steve, we've heard Sue's words of advice for anyone who's struggling with nerves. How do you deal with nerves you may have before you present your activities to children?
Clearly, I'm not a regular species of human because I never get nervous in front of crowds. In fact, I feed off of it. So what happened was when I was younger, I had nerves and I thought, well, how do I speak in front of crowds? Because, you know, it's a challenging thing when you have to confront your fear of speaking to a large audience. But you know what? The more you do it, the easier it gets. So I found that once I started teaching in classrooms, the groups were getting larger and I was coping just fine. And then if you go into an assembly, the group is a little bit larger, but it's the same as the classroom, maybe just a few more kids. And eventually you are standing in front of school assemblies or auditoriums of a few thousand people, and it's just like you're talking to a classroom full of people. I do find that if you are speaking about something that you're passionate about, it does make it a lot easier. And if you keep it less formal, then you feel more relaxed when you're speaking to the crowd. So I try not to keep things too formal. And I feel that, you have to grow as a person. And the best way to do that is to climb out of your comfort zone. And for some people, their comfort zone is speaking to 4 or 5 people. Anything beyond that is quite challenging. And I say, embrace the challenge. Try and speak to 10 or 12 people. Because every time you do that and you succeed, you grow as a person, it gets easier, and then you start setting larger goals. So it really is about climbing out of your comfort zone and finding what your own capabilities and limits are all about.
We're still just waiting on Harvey's arrival. So, Tom, do you want to tell us, did you have any nerves when you first started with the Ambassador Programme? And how did you deal with those?
I suppose I was nervous, but I kind of just got over it quite quickly. I'm not that much of an introvert, so it wasn't really very hard, but everyone was friendly. That helped a lot as well. So yeah.
I'm not sure what's happening with Harvey. We're just hoping he will be able to join us. If not, we'll have to move on to the next category, and hopefully he perhaps may join us a little bit later on.
Well, before Harvey comes, maybe Amelia, what is the program for all these newbies that are joining MajorTim.space? What is the program that you've set up for them in the coming month?
Well, obviously we have our fortnightly meetings, so we'll be having fortnightly meetings with a variety of speakers, including Steve, no doubt. A very popular addition to the speaker lineup, as I'm sure they will tell you that. And we'll also be setting some wonderful interviews up for you. So if you go to the MajorTim.space YouTube channel, you'll be able to see all the interviews that our current ambassadors have done and the past ambassadors, and all our unboxings and challenges that they've undertaken. And there'll be a wonderful lineup of activities. We're not going to tell you now. We want to keep it a surprise for you, but we're really looking forward to working with this new group of ambassadors.
Awesome.
It doesn't look like we're going to have Harvey joining us at the moment. If he's having trouble entering, I don't know. But we might just move on to Tom's words of wisdom in case Harvey is able to hear, even if we can't see him in the studio. So over to you, Tom, for your words of wisdom.
Well, I'm not. I was kind of a bit unprepared, but just enjoy it, have fun, and if you're nervous, just you'll be fine with it. And yeah, have fun.
So congratulations to Harvey, and hopefully he may be able to join us before the end of the award ceremony, perhaps having some technical glitches. But we will move on to the next category. But thank you, Tom, for your words of wisdom. Very wise. And we'll see Tom at the end again for the grand finale. Okay, so I'm going to just move on to the next slide. So up next, we have our final category, which has been judged out of all of the entrants. Okay, so, and that is our STEM Explorer category. So this is a brand new category for 2023 to 2024, and it's going to be a wonderful addition to our current categories. So the STEM Explorer has been chosen for their love of STEM and their curiosity and inquisitive mind. Now, we're very pleased to announce that the STEM Explorer category winner is Andrew Nyman, age 9. So well done to Andrew Nyman. And I'll just return to the studio to welcome Andrew in. Now, we don't really have an ambassador. We don't obviously have a current ambassador in this role, with it being brand new. So I am going to introduce back into the studio all of our current ambassadors. We'll introduce Kieran and Emily, so we don't overcrowd the studio for when Andrew joins us. So hopefully Andrew will join us in a moment. And while we're waiting, we'll just ask. I'm just trying to see what's going on with Andrew. Sorry, I thought perhaps someone was in the back. So first of all, let's ask Emily and Kieran, both very different ages and very different interests. So let's ask them, what's been the most challenging part of the Young Ambassador Programme? What have you found the most challenging part? I mean, for Emily, both being an ambassador and being a mentor.
Personally, I don't feel as if I found things challenging. I've just been, not necessarily challenging, but maybe like it's enjoyable. But yeah, maybe in the very, very beginning when I was nervous, but then we've already talked about that a lot. So I think other than that, it's just, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I actually agree with Emily. I mean, nothing since at the start I was really nervous, meaning I weren't like being myself. I weren't thinking of as many questions as I usually did, and yeah, it was, I guess, more awkward, bit more difficult. But that was only for like 2 or so meetings because everybody was so welcoming and nice, and it made me feel like I could express myself, and I felt quite calm, and I could ask all the questions that I do.
Yeah. I can see we've got a grinning Andrew joining us. Oh, he's now on the side. We're looking at us the wrong way around, Andrew. Hi, Andrew. How are you feeling? Are you excited to be the STEM Explorer category ambassador? Ooh, I think he might be muted. Let's. Ooh, he was unmuted. Now he's muted again.
Oh, he's just put. Oh, he's back.
Try and speak to us, Andrew.
Maybe take out the headphones. Maybe unplug the headphones.
Yeah, perhaps take your headphones out, Andrew. You might hear you better with just the sound of your device.
Mm.
We could hear you when you first came in. Perhaps you've got the wrong mic selected, Andrew, in your settings. Perhaps if you leave and rejoin us. Let's remove you from the meeting and then join us again. We'll wait for Andrew to rejoin us, and then we can pass along some words of wisdom. So I'll remove Kieran from the meeting now, and I will bring back in Eva. And Eva can give us some more words of wisdom now, along with her Yoda's help.
I feel so wise after this meeting. So many words of wisdom.
Well, I can tell you what, the new ambassadors are going to learn an awful lot from Emily. She's wonderful with interviews. She's great at finding questions, and she is very professional with delivering her interviews. So the new ambassadors are going to learn a lot from working with Emily. And we're just hoping that Andrew will be able to join us again in a moment. So Eva, let's ask you, what's been the most challenging part of being an ambassador for you? I think you're muted, Eva.
Can you?
We've got Andrew now. I think we can hear him now. Try and speak to us, Andrew.
Can you hear me?
Nice and loud and clear, Andrew. Well done after all that. How are you feeling?
I feel really amazing. I did not know actually get into the MajorTim.space. I'm really excited about what I'm going to do, and
Well, I'm sure you're
I'm
going
sort
to
of
enjoy
feeling
it.
nervous.
Well, don't feel nervous, Andrew. If you've been listening along, you will have heard Sue and Steve's wise words, and all our young ambassadors passing along their experiences. I'm sure any one of our current ambassadors will tell you they were nervous when they were first selected, but there's no need to be nervous. You will get full public speaking training and plenty of experience with interviews. And remember, all our speakers are very friendly, and they will not get cross if you're not 100% confident, Andrew. So you don't have to worry. Sue was one of the amazing speakers who was interviewed. So don't worry. We've got wonderful speakers like Sue, and they will fully understand your nerves. So don't worry about that. And that goes for all of our new ambassadors as well. So congratulations to Andrew, and we'll look forward to welcoming you to your first meeting. So congratulations, Andrew. Okay, so we have come to the end of our categories, and we have just got a couple more slides to go through. Here are the social media links, so please do follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and just subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with what the Young Ambassadors are doing, and also to find out about our upcoming events and activities. I'm just going to add in the rest of our Young Ambassadors now. And Mile, of course. So we've got everyone back with us now for the finale. So next, I'm just going to move to this slide. We also have a merchandise shop to help raise funds for our non-profit organisation. So MajorTim.space is completely non-profit. The ambassador programme and all our events are run completely and 100% non-profit. So any purchases always mean a lot. And we also run interactive online Technonaut sessions. We have an upcoming one with yours truly, Steve Sherman, who's going to be doing a session with the public about AI. And we're really very much looking forward to that event on the 8th of April. Tickets are filling up quick, so make sure you get your bookings in early as possible. And again, all proceeds go towards MajorTim.space's non-profit work. So that is the end of the slideshow, and brings us to the end of our award ceremony. So for one final time, for 2022 to 2023, let's congratulate our young ambassadors. Well done to you all. Well done to each and every one of you. We are so extremely proud of your achievements.
Yay, Grogu.
We can't wait to see what you do in the future. Miles showing us Yoda. Oh, we're having a Yoda session.
No, it's
We're having
Grogu.
a Yoda finale. So thank you very much to our young ambassadors, and of course to Eva's special friend for joining us. And again, congratulations. Each and every one of you should be extremely proud of your achievements, and we look forward to seeing what you do in the future. You will have bright futures ahead, so go out and reach those stars.
I just want to quickly say to Sue,
Yeah.
in Mandalorian it might say Grogu, right? But it is literally looks like Yoda, just a baby version. So it's either Baby Yoda or Yoda Junior.
Yeah. Well, he has. Do you watch The Mandalorian?
Yes.
Yeah. I called him Baby Yoda at the very beginning until he gained his Grogu. I think both.
Baby Yoga.
Yeah, Baby Yoda.
Apologies if you can hear that. There's just a few technical glitches on my end.
No, Bob.
So no, I just want to say again, congratulations to our young ambassadors, and you will all be getting your trophies delivered to you very soon. So your trophies will be arriving with you on your doorsteps, and you should, like I said, hold it proud and be extremely proud of your achievements. You all have bright futures ahead. So congratulations again.
Looking forward to working with you.
And we'll see you all again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.